This is Prof.L.B.Gayakawad, English Literature Web YouTube channel. I am Prof.L.B. Gayakawad is teaching today the topic Dialogue Skills. This is my lecture number 300 and part 3rd. Now we are looking some points, and on the basis of these points we will see how the dialogue skill is important in the life of man and how the dialogue delivery becomes successful in the sense of two persons when they are talking with each other. The first point is balancing voicing and inquiry. It means our speaking should not be confusing others, because there are some persons who confuse others. They do not speak properly, and that's why the dialogue delivery does not happen very successful. So we will see balancing voicing and inquiring others' problems is a skill of a good dialogue. Remember, when we want to speak with somebody and we want to express our mind with that person, or if we want to understand that person who is before us, we must have some balancing voice, inquiry about the problems of that person, and that is really the good skill of the dialogue delivery. Balancing our views with others' views is a very simple as well as a complex matter. Really speaking, this matter is very simple and also the complex one, because if we are asking him the proper questions, if he likes those questions, then he will talk properly with us, otherwise he will quarrel with us, and that's why it is very complex. And simple it will be when we will talk with him properly and he will talk with us properly, and that's why this dialogue skill is very much complex as well as the simple method of discussion. If we are plain-minded, it is simple, and if we are complex-minded, it is not simple, it is very much complex. Remember, a man must have the mind which is very much simple, means he should think very positively when talking with others, and when that man is positive, then really speaking that dialogue system becomes very successful. It means it becomes very simple, otherwise it becomes complex. If we ask genuine questions plainly, we share nicely another person's views. Remember, if our mind is plain, if our mind is positive, or if we have thought there that I will discuss with this person very positively, then definitely it is very true that the dialogue delivery or communication will happen very much nicely. We should allow a person or a group to ask, to talk about their issues which are before them. So remember, here we should give the chance of speaking those persons also who are before us, because dialogue is such a thing through which the persons who are before us also should talk what is there in their minds, and also we should talk what is there in our mind, and this system is really the convenient system to talk with each other as the dialogue skill. It means man should talk with man very humanly, to speak clearly. This act will be enhancing the whole group's collective understanding of a topic. It means that there will remain no misunderstanding in the persons of the groups. This will be really the balancing and voicing and inquiring of all the issues, and the persons who want to discuss with us something and we want to discuss with them something, that discussion, that communication or that dialogue will be very much convenient, successful, and this will be really the main purpose which will be fulfilled there with each other. To practice such a balancing between the balancing between discussion and inquiry, we must have the deeper listening, means we should listen to the person very deeply, because what that person is talking we must understand, and so we must listen him very deeply, very carefully. Respecting others means we should respect that person, means when we will respect that person, then we will listen to him carefully. Means giving him respect is also the important thing. Then inquiry means we must be interested in inquiry of his questions or of his problems. If we are there for the inquiry, then that discussion will be the proper discussion. Then voicing openly and suspending assumptions and judgments are also important, because we must not judge others when he is talking, because he can talk according to his knowledge, or there are many questions in his mind, and if we judge him or if we assume him, then we cannot make justice with him, and that's why we cannot assume him or we cannot judge his thoughts, because that will not be the proper or convenient discussion with him and with us. All these above dialogue skills and balancing, voicing and inquiry make our conversation very understanding and balancing. Remember, in the life of man there is no understanding and there is no balancing. So if such type of dialogue is there between the two persons, then there will be the understanding and balancing. This balancing nature of men will talk to such men who are not making a dialogue with them. Means if those persons are not talking with us, then those persons will always talk with us, because we have done the delivery system very nicely with them. It means here there will be no point of taking respect from them. Means we are not taking respect from them, because we are giving them respect and we are talking with them with respect. That's why this discussion will be a proper discussion, and that person or those persons will talk always with us. This will be the best art of understanding, to have a good dialogue as the contribution to the conversation, and this will be the proper conversation to our discussion. People will know about these understanding communication skills. They will be happy with us and will shower upon us the sentences of praise. Means that will be very satisfied for those persons, and they will be very happy with us. Your speech contribution will enhance the significance of the dialogue, and then the dialogue will be signified here, the dialogue will be very highlighted here, and it will be the main purpose of the dialogue which will be fulfilled between the two persons. This dialogue skill will progress the public life, which will be your nation building, and we will thus build the nation, will progress our nation, our society. The next point is reflecting or thinking carefully. Means we should reflect, we should introspect, we should think of others. That is the main point. Reflecting, that is thinking carefully, is a good skill for making a balancing dialogue. But this so developed world has no time for reflecting on the matters of daily life, and that's why if the persons have no time to reflect on the matters which are happening with us, so we should reflect on those matters, and we should think of those matters, and we should give respects to those matters, and we should have that particular delivery of I will say dialogues. This reflecting is a difficult stone in man's paths socially to progress this communication, and that's why if we do not have such socialism in our mind, then we cannot have the proper I will say the dialogue system, because man never goes through deep listening, respecting others, enquire of others, and understanding of others, and that's why this happens. This happens means that's why this barrier, this problem comes before us, to understand each other. That is the communication skill. When we are conversing with a group, we must be reflecting. We must be contemplating at the end of every dialogue at what quantity we were effective and how we should improve. Means this system gives us the chance of improving, means what mistake we have done, or what is there the particular situation which has come into us and it has created problem to make the wrong dialogue. We should think there and we should improve our dialogue system. In short, the team discussion should be beneficial to public life, because everything is done for the public life. So the life of the public is important, and that's why the dialogue is only for the public life. So now we will conclude. Thus, the communication is easy if we practice the above dialogue skills. Remember, if we if we go through all these dialogue skills, then the dialogue skills becomes very successful here. So today we have seen the topic dialogue skills, lecture number 300 and part 3. Again we will be in front of each other with a new topic. Till then, thank you very much. Good